I just spent 4 hours on some of the most popular survey apps that promise to pay you money, but in this video, we're going to find out if any of them are actually worth it. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. This channel is dedicated to your success in this gig economy, the side hustle. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. So why would you even want to sit down and do survey after survey to make some money? I talk about a lot of different apps, different niches in this gig economy. Things like rideshare, food delivery, parcel delivery, scooter charging, and more. But let's say you don't want to use your vehicle, you don't want to be on the road, or maybe for some reason you don't qualify for those apps. So maybe you can just make money from home and with just your phone. So let's put that claim to the test here. And again, look at 4 of some of the most popular survey apps. So number 1, we're going to be looking at Swagbucks. Number 2, SurveyJunkie. Number 3, Eureka. And number 4, InboxDollars. I'm going to go over the general usability, how was it using these apps, any problems, and of course, the pay. So we can see, welcome to Swagbucks. Earn free gift cards when you shop online, watch videos, take surveys, and discover deals and promo codes. Over $150 million paid to members. Sounds pretty good. So let's get activated with Swagbucks and take a look at the home screen. All right, so here's our home screen. We can see a few things that we can check off to earn Swagbucks. And the conversion on Swagbucks, 1 Swagbuck equals 1 penny. And just so you know, to sign up for Swagbucks, you need to be at least 13 years of age or older. So now let's start taking some surveys and hopefully earning some Swagbucks. So whenever we click on answer, we can see some available surveys, the time to complete, and then the Swagbucks amount. So this one, 9 minutes for 53 Swagbucks, 20 minutes for 47 Swagbucks, and so on. So the surveys themselves on Swagbucks and really most all of these apps here, no surprise, it gets very, very repetitive. Confirming things like your name, your date of birth, your ethnicity, what industries you work in, your spending, your income, all of that is repeated on a whole lot of these surveys. Now here's one big problem that at least I saw when I was using Swagbucks. Now we'll see this on other apps as well, but I was constantly denied survey after survey on Swagbucks saying that I didn't qualify. Now it makes sense, these researchers, these businesses, these groups, what have you, they're looking for a certain demographic, a certain behavior type. So remember, 1 Swagbuck is 1 penny, but if you're trying to take one of the longer surveys, because the short ones, let's say it's 2 to 5 minutes, so that's not bad. But you're investing into hopefully a higher paying one for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, it's a pain to find out you just don't qualify. And then for it to happen again and again. Now, from what I saw, when I didn't qualify, it was within the first couple of minutes, as you would imagine, but it was repeated on Swagbucks. And then on top of that, in my opinion, Swagbucks was the slowest loading app. It was the one with the most bugs. Frankly, it would barely work. Maybe that's why my 1 hour total after doing the surveys that I did qualify for was 105 Swagbucks, or $1.05. Now let's take a look at SurveyJunkie. And the same kind of conversion system here. So 1 point, that's the reward system here. It's 1 point equals 1 penny. SurveyJunkie, similar to Swagbucks, you need to be at least 13 years of age or older. Also important to note that the minimum cash out on SurveyJunkie is $5 compared to $10 with Swagbucks. So let's start a few surveys with SurveyJunkie. So we can see here, as I'm completing the surveys, of course, I'm getting the points reward. Now this one, what I liked about SurveyJunkie, if I didn't qualify, there is some reimbursement for time. As far as the surveys themselves on SurveyJunkie, it's pretty much the same thing. And in fact, I saw similar platforms echoed across different apps. But the actual experience using SurveyJunkie, in my opinion, it was the best out of the 4 apps compared. It looks good, it worked as it should, it was easy to follow, and it didn't have the loading times and the bugs like Swagbucks. So SurveyJunkie gets the award for the most straightforward, easy to use app, and my 1 hour total here was $3.14. Now let's take a look at the Eureka app. So Eureka, like SurveyJunkie, had, in my opinion, an excellent user interface as well. It had larger font, it was easy to read, and a very, very clear breakdown of pay. Now in Eureka, there's actually 2 different types of surveys. We can see here, the first type is a quick survey. These are surveys designed to be completed in under 3 minutes in a Eureka branded survey format. They say Eureka branded because it has the same branding, the same kind of user interface, and it's very easy to follow those quick surveys. Continuing, the second type of survey is a sweepstakes survey. These are longer form surveys that guarantee payment and enter you into a cash sweepstakes with a chance to win up to $25 upon completion. So these sweepstakes surveys is kind of like your standard survey that you're going to see on these apps here. Typically, it's going to click out of the app, going into a third party. So let's start taking some surveys on Eureka. Again, I like this app. It is very easy to follow. The auto-complete answers on the Eureka branded surveys are really nice. That just means I don't have to click enter on every single submission, which is nice, convenient, but again, those are just on the Eureka branded surveys. But regardless of which survey, you get a very clear breakdown of the pay. So we can see here a prospective sweepstakes survey. There's a $16 sweepstakes entry, and then the guarantee pay, $1.05. And then we can see at the bottom, this is a 9-minute survey. I feel like not all payouts are that high on Eureka, but that one would be considered a high-paying survey for $1.05 for just 9 minutes. And again, what I like about the Eureka app is it's very clear. We can see here a very clear payout screen. And another good thing about Eureka, we can see here, this one I did not qualify, but I was actually still paid. So just be on the lookout if you try Eureka over other apps that may be a positive compared to all the other apps. Now on Eureka, there's a $10 minimum cash out, and my 1 hour total here was $5.08. And lastly, let's look at InboxDollars. With InboxDollars, you need to be at least 18 years of age or older. Now this one was pretty nice, and there may be some other apps that do this, but there was a $5 basically quick start bonus here. So just for really completing your profile, you start out with $5. And that's kind of where the positives ended with this one. In my opinion, the InboxDollars platform was really one of the worst apps that I tried. There was tons of low payouts for a lot of time invested. We can see here, things like 25 minutes for $1. I mean, maybe that's just me if we compare this with some of the other payouts here, but I feel like the payouts were just very low compared to the other apps. And in my opinion, I feel like I also hit a lot more unqualified surveys on this app. That's one of the most frustrating things here, because you're trying to make some money, and you probably know you're not going to make a lot of money, but you're investing your time. But survey after survey, if you're just disqualified, very frustrating. And on top of that, surprisingly, this has the highest minimum payout threshold, $30. And really, most all of my earnings was just that startup income, that $5 bonus here. My 1 hour total, $5.27. So now it's time for my verdict, and I don't think this is really going to surprise you. Doing these surveys an hour each, 4 different apps, is massively boring. It is incredibly boring. There's nothing exciting about doing surveys. I'm sure you kind of guessed that already, but just the repetitiveness, again, the repetitive questions, filling out the same kind of things, and then the discouragement of trying to make some money, and again, seeing the disqualifications. And on top of that, it's kind of this looming feeling, this knowledge that you know you're making about $3 to $5 per hour. Now, yes, there's no cost, there's no overhead, there's no vehicle depreciation like there would be on other apps. But I can't think of too many upsides to this unless you have some time, unless you don't qualify for some of those other apps. So let me know down below in the comments, have you found a good paid survey app out there? Well, my verdict, after trying the top 4 here, my answer is a clear no. So if you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap the screen here for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.